name's David Hall. I'm the Global IT Infrastructure Manager for Mainfreight. Mainfreight's a global logistics team. We have a presence in New Zealand, Australia, Asia, the United States. The bulk of our applications are bespoke business applications developed here in New Zealand. In the back end, we're a Microsoft shop, so it's Microsoft SQL for our database back end. We're an HP hardware platform for our server, PC and printer environment. We run, in terms of our IT infrastructure, we run our server environment on VMware, vSphere, and we use Cisco for all our networking infrastructure. I guess the core competency of our IT business, though, is around our EDI, or our ability to take data from our customers and transform it or convert it into something that's usable within our systems or vice versa, and we've got a lot of IP around that. So that I suppose one of the core functionalities of the IT team and the infrastructure is really there to service the EDI mechanisms within our business and for our customers. One of the challenges we have in IT is we deal with a number of different customers and a number of different systems we have to interface with, and then there's also the challenge of dealing with a number of different customs agencies all over the world. So there's all these different ways people do things and use information and send information, and we have to interact with all of those different things. So it can be quite challenging, but it keeps us sort of frosty, so to speak, and on our toes, and you know, we've sort of become very good at what we do in terms of interfacing with a lot of different systems and businesses. It's become interesting how one is almost as big as the other now. The information is almost as valuable as the freight itself now. I can tell you from an email perspective, externally we do around 7 to 10 million email messages a month. I'd hesitate to guess, but it'd be 50 to 60 million messages internally within our system. So, you know, that's just from an email perspective. In terms of data capacity, we never seem to have enough capacity to accommodate everything. In our production sound environment, we've got around 300 terabytes of capacity, and that's less than 12 months old, and we're already starting to see some worrying data growth trends with that even. Another catchphrase of Mainfreight, which is ready, fire, aim. And I suppose it's served the business well over the years, but you know, they can come at a price sometimes. So I guess that sort of gives you an idea of what we think about strategy. It's sort of get in there, get it done, and then we sort of adjust our aim accordingly as we move forward with things. We're virtualising in all our data centres around the world. At the same time, we're also looking at consolidating down those data centres. Cloud, we definitely see that as a real opportunity for us to maybe do business better. I suppose in summary, we'll end up with a couple of hubs of operation in New Zealand and maybe the US or maybe Australia or somewhere else, and then we'll base our application suites around that and just serving it up to the rest of the world. And we may use cloud as a way to sort of do that for our customers. But what that has now given us is almost a cookie cutter solution that, you know, if we go into Europe or if we go into South America or any other place in the world, we know we can pick that up, drop the exact same solution into these different locations, and you know, pretty much get any sort of business up and running quickly. I gate crashed one of their client parties. I can't remember how or why, but so I showed up there and met some of the people, and I guess with everything it's timing, and we were looking at making some changes in our with procurement and other things, and we gave them a shot at it. And I suppose the one thing since giving them their first shot and over the years is they've been very good at the little things. So it's been largely procurement, it's been some services, and you know, they do a lot of support in our Citrix environment, yep. Which is going to probably become one of the bigger components of how we serve our applications globally. So they're going to play a big part in that. And they've just got some very smart people. I mean, that's it at the end of the day. I mean, you can be at this big, massive systems integration company, but at the end of the day, companies like us even still want to pick up the phone and call those one or two engineers or those accounts people that know our business and know our environment really, really well. And yep. If you want to get something done, I don't see that being any different no matter how big you are. I think the bigger companies we deal with, they struggle to sort of fit that way of doing business into their set model. You know, it's their attention to the little details that's been the differentiator between them, and you know, we do use a couple of other companies for some of our services, one of them being a well-known large corporate, but again the difference there is, you know, the big wheels can take a long time to spin up, whereas with Softsource you sort of get that instantaneous response, and you know, I suppose they are very independent. They'll always give you the solution they think is best for you. They're not going to try and peddle something that's based on another company they may own or something like that. I just think it's a personal thing. You just feel like there's a lot more personal responsibility here to do right by the customer, I think. You know, we've had the same account manager since from day one, and been Candice, and you know, she's spoken of very, very highly within our IT department and stuff, because she always delivers. You know, I've been in the IT industry 18 years now, I think, and you go with the people you can trust to get things done, and that pretty much sums it up for me with Softsource. I just trust them to get things done.